All right. So I was looking up, like, I knew people were using drones while they were on this lockdown. But this one I didn't know. This guy asked a woman out using a drone in Brooklyn, New York. Oh, I didn't turn the sound on. Hang on. Let me stop sharing and cut the sound on. Share audio.
I looked out my window and saw this girl dancing, perhaps to a TikTok song. I needed to say hi to her, so I waved out on the balcony. She waved back. I grabbed my tape, pen, drone, and paper. Then I wrote down my digits and sealed it on my drone. Flirting is normally daunting for me, but since I've been quarantined in my apartment for a week now, I was craving some social interaction. 2020 has been off to a terrible start, but I still needed to shoot my shot. She picked up my drone, and I guess it worked because I got a text from her an hour later. Like for part 2.
What? Hey, I'm gonna let you know now.
Yeah.
If somebody sent me a message on a drone, they better have had some Lysol attached to it, because I still wouldn't have touched it. I don't know what kind of germs you put on that thing, man. How would you feel if somebody sent you a drone message with a little check mark? Do you like me? Yes or no?
I would give you points for creativity, but I don't know. Cause like now, like when it comes to dating, I think it's like, I know a lot of people my age, and I have friends that do it, like our generation is into like dating apps. I kind of think they're still weird because I'm a little old school and I like to just meet people through other people. Like I need to know if something happens, like the other person that introduced us, there's a common analogy. Like there's a common person there.
Right,
so I think it's so great now that we've become a society that's we're going to dating apps for love. We're like always on shows for love. I was just talking about how I was just tweeting the other day. I was like, love in America is such a market. And someone was like, what do you mean? And I just didn't feel like explaining myself. Yeah. But what I meant by that was just like, it's everywhere and it's a price tag to it. It's no longer like, oh, I go meet you at like a poetry slam, or I go and meet you outside somewhere. It's like now we're constantly trying to find each other through social media. And then also another reason why I think it's been really hard for dating too, because we're constantly comparing ourselves due to all that's out there now. It's so much out there.
Yeah. I mean, think about, it's a guilty pleasure, actually. I don't know why I got stuck on watching it, but Love is Blind on Netflix. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, and I need to tune into it. I've been hearing stories about it, too.
In a nutshell, you got 10 people, 10 females, 10 males. They meet each other. They have these dates, but they're behind doors.
Have
you seen it?
Sorry. Yes.
Right. Like, I don't know how those people could do that.
But
I don't know
when you think about it, that's what our like great-great-grandparents used to do.
But they would see each other, right? They would see each other. Don't you think that physical attraction is important or not?
I think it is, but it's also, I think what I liked about the show, I was thinking about this when I was watching it. I was like, it's what arranged marriages are. And depending on what your culture is, that's still relevant today. And you think about it, like some people's parents only meet one time and then they work out for a lifetime. Other people, you go out on multiple dates and later in life, you're still not working out. So the one thing I do like about the show is kind of like, you get to see the person for who they are. Because like the main couple that finally makes it out the show, had she seen him, she would have never gave him a chance because he's a white guy and she's never dated a white man before.
Right.
And that's ultimately what she all the time. Is like, had I seen him first, I would have never even gave him an opportunity.
Very good. Yeah.
If we was to go back to that type of mentality, we might actually see a lot more people get together and stay together for a long time. Because a lot of times we see people and the first thing you do is you physically judge them. And because of that, you don't even give them a full chance because you're like, oh, okay, well, I don't really like him. He's too tall or he's too short or he's fat or he's black, he's white, he's Mexican. I don't really like his stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well said. Well said.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I never really dated overseas. But I will say my dating life is changing now because I've started to date more within my culture now. Compared to what I'm used to dating, it's just like I'm used to dating Black Americans, and now I'm dating like West Africans, and it's a very, very different ballgame. Because I didn't really date when I was abroad, because I was just going through a lot personally. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just enjoy this trip to the max without having to deal with that type of extra stress. Because I wasn't mentally mindset for it.
Right.
Now that I'm dating, and also just dating outside of college and like this dating now is different. Because I'm like trying to date with intention and see how that goes, but it's just hard. And I find it easier sometimes to just be like, you know what? God is just gonna bring my husband to me.
At the grocery store. At the grocery store, at a poetry night. Something, right.
But it's definitely, dating now is harder, it's different, especially when you're like in 2 different states. It makes it even harder. Like long distance is kind of like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me at least. I know that for sure.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.